Hello, we're back again. And in this video, we're going to be chinwagging about Jet Li's The One. Why? Because I watched it the other day. And I'm not going to lie, I thought this was going to be a bad film. I thought this was going to be awful. This film genuinely surprised me by how good it was. And I'm not saying this is a great film. What I'm saying is that it's so bad, it's good. It's fantastic at how bad and good it is. To start this off, let's talk about what this film's about. This film is basically all about Jet Li, and there's a multiverse. And what Jet Li does in this film is he goes around and kills other Jet Lis. Why? Because it gives him Neo-like powers. Anyway, to start this film off, they explain all this, explaining that there's a multiverse, and already the budget just for the intro of this film must have been massive. They did not have to go this hard for the start of this film. But then, after this, random bloke talks about the multiverse. We see the bloke from Breaking Bad getting all geared up. He's a copper, and he's walking to a jail cell, and the prisoners are kicking off over another prisoner, and that prisoner, who looks to be getting moved to another prison, turns out to be Jet Li. And he is overdoing the I don't give a shit emotion. He's literally just looking down and his head's shaking. His head's just constantly going back and forth like he's listening to music. Well, they put a police riot helmet on him and nu metal plays in the background. And he's just popping his head. It's almost like the only thing that plays in his head is nu metal. But anyway, the film's only just started. Someone kicks off. Jet Li kicks the prison cell bars inward. The film's only just begun. This guy looks like a badass. He's got a scar down the side of his face. He can bend bars with his feet. He's like, oh my god, this guy looks like he can fucking take anybody on in the world. But then as they're escorting him to the van, unfortunately, this Jet Li dies. He gets shot. He goes, oh, something's wrong here. Something doesn't feel right. Bang, he's dead. Gets shot in the face. Jet Li's dead, ladies and gentlemen. R.I.P. Or is he? Because it turns out that who shoots him is another Jet Li. And this Jet Li is more of a badass than the badass we just seen. And there's a point where they're shooting in this vent. The bloke from Breaking Bad is shooting in this vent. And he's here like, there's no blood coming out. There's no blood here. What's going on? Badass Jet Li. Basically, the best way to describe it is he punches through a vent and shoots him. And shoots the bloke from Breaking Bad. Like, this guy's aim is incredible. He doesn't even know where he is. Takes him out, jumps down, and starts free running. And the best way to describe this bit as well is it's special effects martial arts. Whilst Let the Bodies Hit the Floor is playing in the background. What you hear in the background is, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. Now, after he's taken out this whole police station, he's running away. More police are starting to chase after him. Then a hilarious scene pops up where Jet Li is running so far, he's breaking the frame rate. And the copper in the car goes, holy shit, he's doing 50. And you see Jet Li running away. And then he jumps up and grabs a traffic light whilst this other cop car crashes into another fucking car. This is only 5 minutes into the film. This film is ridiculous. Then Jason Statham and his mate pops up. And Jason Statham has an American accent. This is the worst American accent I've ever heard. I'm not even joking. Throughout the film, it keeps changing.
Just give it the go-ahead. He'll never make it to the hole.
Why not just do his British accent? All right. Yeah, we're chasing after him. We're chasing after you, law. We're chasing after fucking you, law. You know what I mean, mate? Come on, let's fucking get him. Let's arrest him, the little mag. Let's arrest the little mag. About time. But anyway, they've got him trapped. They've got Law trapped. Jet Li, by the way. And Jason Statham's there like, look, you gotta be quick. There's no way you're gonna escape this one. He intercepts Law's time jump to take him back to another universe where, you know, they control the multiverse, if that makes sense. Law gets caught, and then they've basically got him held captive. He's arrested. He's done for. And then at this point, they're showing how many Laws Law has killed throughout each universe. And some of these laws, some of the people he's killed. I mean, we see fucking Jet Li in dreadlocks. So we've got reggae. We've got reggae U-Law over here. Then we've got one with a blonde wig. We've got like K-pop Jet Li. The possibilities are endless in these universes. Then all of a sudden, Rodecker says he misses who U-Law was. And at this point, I was like, what are you on about? But it turns out that U-Law used to work with Rodecker until he accidentally killed one of the laws. I don't know if it was accidental or not. But he kills him and then realised, oh my god, I can get these powers. So that's why he's going around all these universes, taking out other laws. The story's absolutely mental. But then as U-Law is arrested, and then they're like, look, your punishment, you're going to be sent away. You're going to be sent to this another universe, which is basically a jail cell. And then U-Law's just basically, look, I'm going to be the one. You ain't going to stop me. Why? Because Carla Gugino arrives, and she taps the back of her heel. What's in the back of her heel? A rat with an antenna up its arse. This is the best way to describe it. The poor rat blows up. The poor rat explodes. And U-Law escapes. But as the rat explodes, Down With the Sickness plays in the background. This film's just full of new metal music. It's fucking incredible. Again, the action is just all over the shop. More and more flipping special effects martial arts. But now, U-Law goes to another universe and it plays out almost the same as the first time we saw the bad Jet Li. But in this universe, this Law is a policeman. And it looks to be our universe, as George Bush is the president in the universe that we're in right now, which is a nice touch. Again, same as what happened to the bad guy at the start, the bad Jet Li. The good Jet Li goes, something's wrong. Again, bad Jet Li comes through, puts his arm for a vent and shoots someone. Now the good Jet Li sees the bad Jet Li and realizes he's fighting the bad Jet Li. Because the bad Jet Li goes, hey, waves at him. Basically waves at him when he's in a car. But then Jet Li runs off. The bad Jet Li, by the way, runs off and starts hopping over walls and hopping over fucking hedges. He's going hedge hopping. And after all of this happens, the good Jet Li, Gabe Law, his name is, and we realise that he's also going out with Carla Gugino. So I'm guessing in all these universes, Jet Li goes out with Carla Gugino. And then for no reason whatsoever, we see both Jet Lis, both Laws, doing shadow martial arts. They're practicing the moves while this music is playing in the background. It goes... And then Gabe Law tells Carla Gugino... I don't even know her name in this. But yeah, he tells Carla Gugino it was U-Law who shot him. And she's there like, look, you must have been absolutely tripping. You know, you must have been seeing stuff. You know, the action was so intense that your brain couldn't believe what it was seeing, and then it was pretending to be you. And then they're like, look, you need an MRI. So when he's going to get this done, he keeps looking in like the corner mirrors of this hospital, and then he sees U-Law in the mirror. They're trying to add jump scares into the film now. It's horror-esque. And then when he's about to have his MRI, he's here like, oh, what's in this room? Something doesn't feel right again. He opens the door. He sees U-Law in the mirror. So Gabe Law is definitely thinking, oh my god, I'm tripping. I'm tripping balls here. So he goes to have his MRI. But guess who turns up? U-Law. He actually turns up now. Points a gun at a doctor. Gabe Law, whilst having this MRI, he's been told not to move. He's allowed to talk, but he's not allowed to move. He's hearing what's happening in the background. The doctor's about to get killed. Guess who turns up? Jason Statham and Rodecker. They go to shoot U-Law. U-Law starts dodging bullets like Neo, and the doctor goes for cover. This part is hilarious. The doctor goes to cover, and he starts holding on to Rodecker for his life. So Rodecker knocks him out and he goes, hey, stay put. Stay there, bitch. Now, you'd think Yulor would be stuck here. They've got him in the corner. They've got him trapped. But somehow, he escapes the hospital room and he shoots a police officer. And the police officer goes back like 30 yards. The police officer gets shot with a fucking pistol. Then we see Gabler, leave the MRI room. He's there like, look, I need to get out of here. And Carla Gugino, she's with these coppers, right? And they're there like, look, you need to come with us. And he's there like, look, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone here. And this guy has basically got his gun on his waist and he's drawing for his gun. So Gabler does what I can best describe as a handcuffed centipede on an office chair. He's just tying motherfuckers up on this chair. Getting handcuffs out of nowhere, and he ties about fucking 5 people up. Anyway, he escapes. And then Jason Statham and Rodecker, they're wondering, how did Yulor escape? How did he escape this? Well, anyway, you're about to find that out because we see 2 doctors or 2 nurses open up a body bag. And Yulor goes, I can't remember what he says, but he says something like, boo. One guy passes out and the other guy runs off. So that's how he escapes. Gabler goes into the back of an ambulance. And you see Jason Statham following him. But then we see Yulor in a car driving around. And he's on the radio station. He's trying to find some decent music. He's listening to like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Listening to some old school classics. He doesn't like that. Yulor only likes new metal. And it makes perfect sense because that's the only fucking music that's being played in this film. This is the new metal. He's just saying like, yeah, this is my jam. About time I found a decent radio station. Now, Gabler, he jumps out the ambulance, right? Jason Statham jumps out his car, goes to follow him, and gets noticed in seconds. And then Gabler basically kicks him, saves his life because he could just push him over this balcony, right? And Jason Statham keeps doing this thing with his mouth throughout the whole film. It's like he's almost trying to do his best Stallone impression. That's the only way I can describe it. Also, before this, Rodecker is explaining to Jason Statham, he's like, look, I'm going to have to go after you, Law. You go after Gabe. Go after him. But if this goes off, it means I'm dead. Make sure you don't kill anybody else. This universe, there's good people in it. Well, Rodecker does track Yulor down, and then they have a scrap. Rodecker does a throat punch on Yulor, and it doesn't even affect him. Yulor's just looking at him like, what are you trying to do, mate? Then we see Rodecker die. And this makes me wonder, why aren't there more universe police tracking Yulor down? Why is there only 2 people? There should be like hundreds. But no, we'll just get Rodecker and Jason Statham to do the job. Anyway, after Yulor does this, more police arrive on the scene. And this police officer is like, look, hold it right there. Don't you dare move. Don't you dare move. And then 2 police officers come from the other side. And they're both on police motorcycles, right? Yulor goes, don't you people ever learn. Picks up the 2 police motorcycles and takes out all the coppers. It was ridiculous. The action in this film is insane. But anyway, now we go back to College Gino, and she gets back home with pretty much the whole police force to try and find Gabe. And they can't find him until Carla looks in the attic, and they try to throw in a jump scare when she finds Gabe. He literally just pops up out of nowhere in this attic, and then Carla Gino, she knows something's up. She knows something's not right. And she goes, oh, yeah, who would have known it would have been this crazy since we last did something like this, blah, blah, blah. And then this law goes, yeah, I know, it's crazy, innit? Just like last time. And then she goes, yeah, just made that up, motherfucker. Put your hands up and get down here. It turns out it's Yulor, not Gabe Law, who's in the gaff. Well, anyway, Yulor gets down and kills this universe's Carla Gugino. Murders her. Anyway, Gabe Law sees this. He has to escape because the police are shooting at him. Jason Statham tracks him down and says, get in here, Gabe. Yo, get in here, Gabe. And then there's a point where they're at a petrol station, and Gabe Law is pretty much going, my grandfather or father always told me, you will always find the center and it will be the perfect circle. He's waffling on. He's making no sense. And then he says, Carla Gugino was my perfect center when I rescued this poor dog and then went into this clinic. And that's where he met Carla Gugino. Just spouts that out, and then he says, look, I want to kill fucking you, Lord. He's killed my missus. Where is that son of a bitch? But Jason Statham, they're like, look, how are we going to take him out? He's too good. How are we going to do this? So Gabe Law kicks a fucking lamppost and goes, that's how we're going to do this. And you never guess who owns the petrol station. Rodecker, in this universe, works at a petrol station. And then Jason Statham goes up to him and goes,
Permission to speak, sir.
I just want to say, look, I didn't get the chance last time. I just want to say thank you for everything you've done. Something along them lines. And this universe's Rodecker's like, who the fuck is this bloke? What is he on about? I'm going to ring the police. So anyway, these two start tracking down Law. And Jason Statham pulls out this flip phone, and it looks incredible. I mean, I wish my phone looked like this. He just keeps popping it up every, 5 to 10 minutes. When every time Jason Statham is on the scene, he pulls out this badass phone that does a circle motion, and it shows, incredible detail of what's about to happen. But also in this film, Jason Statham takes a beating. He takes an absolute beating. To say he's a martial arts badass in the films he's in now. In this one, Jet Li fucks him up multiple times. Also, we realise that Rodecker didn't set off the bomb. Well, we see that bit. And then Law sets off the bomb. And the bomb, honestly, it's like the same size as a mini egg. It blows up like a fucking nuke. Law just set off a fucking nuke. But after all this happens, finally, Law and Gabe Law start scrapping. And I'll tell you what, the fight scene is really well done. I was watching this oh my god, this is actually really well done. You know, they keep cutting back to Law, keep cutting back to Gabe Law, and you can't really tell that the other person's a stunt double, whilst Jet Li is one or the other, if that makes sense. But then there's a bit, unfortunately, it was going so well, where Law jumps in the air, kicks Gabe Law, and Gabe Law lands on his back. You can see through Gabe Law. I don't know what happened here, but it didn't spend enough time here, and it just threw me off. It's like, oh, you were so close. But anyway, Law beats the crap out of Gabe Law at this point, and he throws his fists in the air. He goes, yeah, because he thinks he's killed Gabe Law. But no, Gabe Law's not dead. The fight carries on, and then in the background, we hear, it's almost like the Gladiator music. You know when Russell Crowe dies in the end of the Gladiator? A shadow. It's almost like that's playing in the background. I don't know why they didn't play any new metal. But I say that after this bit and they start scrapping again, new metal plays again. Yes! Keep this in the film. But speaking of this fight scene, they for some reason add sparks to the fight scene. There's just sparks going off everywhere. And oh my god, it looks terrible. They should have just kept it like they were doing at the start of this fight scene, where it's just, they're just clipping back and forth. So it's clipping to Law, and then it's clipping to Gabe Law, and obviously Jet Li's playing them both. They were doing well when they were doing that, but when it shows Jet Li on the same screen, playing both characters, and they're not clipping the scenes together, it looks so bad. Anyway, Gabe Law wins. Gabe Law wins this scrap, and then they travel back, and all three of them are on the floor. All three of them, and they're back at the multiverse police station. And Law goes, it's him. That's Law. Oh no. He gets put in a chair, and there's about 20 seconds left to go before Gabe Law is going to be sent to the prison multiverse. Until Jason Statham sees the indent on his ring finger, and he goes, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. That's Gabe Law. This is Law. And Law's on the floor like, oh shit, he's already been battered, so he can't really get up and do anything. Well, anyway, he gets sent away. Law gets sent away, and they're like, look, Gabe Law, you're going to have to go as well. Jason Statham's there like, this isn't right. This isn't on. And then he has an inkling. He goes, hang on a minute. I'll send you somewhere. And he sends Gabe Law to a universe where Carla Gugino's not going out with a law, and you see the dog injured on the road. This was the story that Gabriel was talking about in the car. And then them two hit it on. And then right at the end of the film, you hear one of the greatest quotes of all time. As Yulor gets sent to the universe prison, the multiverse prison, the prison verse, we'll call it. And he's walking up these steps. And this fucking bloke, the dirty bastard, goes, yeah, he's got a nice mouth. Yeah, that Yulor over there, he got a nice mouth. I'm sure gonna be using that. And then Yulor goes,
I'm Eula. I'm nobody's bitch. You are mine.
And then he starts scrapping to, you guessed it, new metal music playing in the fucking background. Oh my goodness, what a film this is. What a film. This film isn't good. It's so bad it's good. It's watchable. It shouldn't be watchable, but it is. It's fantastic. It's incredible. For all the wrong reasons, it's incredible. Make sure you watch this film when you get the chance. If you've never watched it, oh my goodness. 10 out of 10.